Pirnie just dropped a massive bombshell message to Dakota Ditcheva ahead of their highly anticipated showdown. This is getting real, and both fighters are making it clear this isn't just another fight. This is personal, this is legacy, and this is going to be absolutely explosive. Amy Pirnie just dropped a statement that has the entire combat sports world talking. When asked about facing Dakota Ditcheva, here's what she had to say. Yeah, everybody comes for the championship, don't they? So, it would be awesome to actually get to that stage. But I'm just happy to fight whoever's put in front of me.
Yeah, everybody comes for the championship, don't they? So it would be awesome to actually get to that stage. But I'm just happy to fight whoever's put in front of me.
Now, on the surface, this might sound humble, but let's read between the lines here. Amy is making it crystal clear. She's not intimidated by Dakota's undefeated record or her reputation. She's saying, bring on anyone. And that includes the so-called unbeatable Dakota Ditcheva. What makes this statement even more powerful is Amy's history. She's not just talking. She's already proven she can hang with the absolute best. She's battle-tested, she's experienced, and most importantly, she has the skills to back up every word she says. Amy is positioning herself as the underdog who's ready to shock the world. And if history has taught us anything, it's that you should never count out a fighter with this kind of confidence and composure.
£114.5 to make weight. Wow.
But Dakota Ditcheva isn't backing down either. When asked about the upcoming fight with Amy Pirnie, Dakota responded with her own powerful message. I am. You know, it's not far away now. So now I'm back, and you know, I've done this one. I'm excited to get to the next one now. So, it's going to be a brilliant fight. A fight that, it will be exciting for not just us, but, the Muay Thai boxing world is all excited to see it. So I'm excited to put the performance on.
Are you excited for it?
I am. It's not far away now. So now I'm back and, I've done this one. I'm excited to get to the next one now. So, it's going to be a brilliant fight that, it will be exciting for not just us, but, the Thai boxing world are all excited to see it. So
Dakota is showing zero signs of pressure here. She's embracing the moment, she's acknowledging the hype, and she's making it clear that she's ready to deliver a performance. Notice how she says, I'm excited to put the performance on. That's not just fighting talk, that's championship mentality. Dakota understands this is the biggest fight of her career so far. She knows the entire combat sports community is watching, and she's welcoming that pressure with open arms. This is what separates champions from contenders, the ability to thrive under the brightest lights. But wait, there's more. Dakota didn't stop with just her verbal response. She took to Twitter to send her own message, further amplifying the tension between these two warriors. While we don't have the exact tweet in front of us, what we do know is that Dakota is using every platform available to make her presence felt. This is psychological warfare at its finest. Both fighters are trying to get inside each other's heads before they even step into the cage. Social media has become such a crucial part of building fights in modern combat sports, and both Amy and Dakota understand this perfectly. Every post, every comment, every interview, it all adds to the narrative and builds the anticipation for what's going to be an absolutely explosive encounter. So let's talk about what makes this fight so incredibly special. You have two of the most talented female fighters on the planet, Both in their primes, both hungry, and both convinced they're going to win. Dakota Ditcheva brings an impressive undefeated record in MMA, devastating power in her strikes, elite Muay Thai background with championship pedigree, youth, speed, and that killer instinct, the confidence of someone who's never tasted defeat. Pirnie brings extensive fighting experience across multiple disciplines, technical brilliance and tactical intelligence, the ability to implement game plans perfectly, heart, determination, and the mindset of a true warrior. Nothing to lose and everything to prove. This is a classic clash of styles and mentalities. Dakota has been dominant and is looking to continue her reign. Amy is the hungry challenger who believes she has the blueprint to pull off the upset of the year. The convergence of these two fighters is exactly what combat sports needs right now. It's not just about winning, it's about legacy. It's about proving who truly belongs at the top of the division.
Jab. Jab. 2. Jab. Double. Jab. 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 Double. Double up.
The stakes for this fight couldn't be higher. For Dakota Ditcheva, this is about maintaining her undefeated status and continuing her march toward championship glory. A loss here would be devastating, not just to her record, but to the aura of invincibility she's built around herself. For Pirnie, this is her moment to prove she belongs among the elite. A victory over Dakota would instantly catapult her into championship contention and cement her legacy as one of the most dangerous fighters in the division.
4.4 strikes per minute. Oh my goodness! And this one is over! Pirnie! What a one-championship debut! And she knocks out!
But beyond the individual stakes, this fight matters for the entire sport. The Muay Thai and MMA communities are buzzing about this matchup because it represents the highest level of female combat sports. Both fighters have acknowledged that fans worldwide are excited to see this, and that's because we're witnessing the collision of two truly special talents. This isn't just another fight on the card. This is the fight that everyone will be talking about. This is the fight that could steal the show and create a defining moment in both of their careers. So who wins this epic showdown? Honestly, this is one of the toughest fights to predict. Dakota has the momentum, the undefeated record, and the physical tools to dominate anyone. But Amy has the experience, the technique, and clearly the belief that she can get the job done. What we know for certain is that both fighters are prepared to leave it all in the cage. Both have sent their messages, both have made their intentions clear, and now it's time to let their skills do the talking. This fight is going to be an absolute war. Expect fireworks, expect drama, and expect one of these warriors to cement their place in combat sports history. That's all for today's breakdown of the Pirnie versus Dakota Ditcheva showdown. The messages have been sent, the lines have been drawn, and we're just counting down the days until these two step into the cage and settle this once and for all. What do you think? Who's winning this fight? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any updates as we get closer to fight night. Thanks for watching, fight fans. Until next time, stay sharp, stay ready, and keep your gloves up.
The fighters introducing us, fighting out of the blue corner, with a record of 4 wins, 2 defeats, representing FBG Dublin 24
Bannon drops the massive bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva. This UFC girl thinks she could beat Dakota, but Dakota fires back. She didn't know Dakota would dominate the fight in the most unexpected way possible.
Fight week was actually a break. My life is so hectic at home. I have a 3-year-old boy and I train full time. So it's go, go, go. Like literally every minute of my day is penciled in for something. So when I landed in Manchester, I kind of took a step away from the media, so I didn't have to do as much as normal this time. So this fight week was literally a break for me. It was a bit of time for me. I was in my bedroom on my own for most of it, and it was lovely.
Bannon said, "Fight week was actually a break. My life is so hectic at home. I have a 3-year-old boy, and I train full-time, so it's go, go, go. Like literally every minute of my day is penciled in for something. So when I landed in Manchester, I kind of took a step away from the media, so I didn't have to do as much as normal this time. So this fight week was literally a break for me. It was a bit of time for me. I was in my bedroom on my own for most of it, and it was lovely."
Came here quite early today, actually. I was here to check out the cage and walk down the walkway, and it just gets you in the mood. It just gets you like mind frame, like totally on it. So yeah, it's quite an important part for me, I think, and I'm ready to go now. Yeah.
This UFC girl thinks she could beat Dakota, but Dakota fires back. "Yeah, I came here quite early today, actually. I was here to check out the cage and walk down the walkway, and it just gets you in the mood. It just gets you into a mindset totally on it. So yeah, it's quite an important part for me, I think, and I'm ready to go now." Dakota said, "I'm ready," and she just literally finished Shauna Bannon's career.
Who do you see? Who do you watch and say, I'm better than them?
I mean, I could have the title if I went there, but for me, I just I
You
feel
feel
like
right
I've
now,
got-
looking at the two people who are fighting for their belt, you could beat them right now. Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, I definitely think I'd be up there.
Your skill set matches up perfectly with theirs. It's not like they're wrestlers or anything like that.
No, and I think we'll see that when I win this season now, and say I beat someone like Liz Carmouche and Talia Santos. As soon as I've beat them, I think what else can people expect other than greatness for the rest of the.
But before we get into this explosive story, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss our incredible MMA content. Bannon admitted, "Fighting pregnant, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? I was like 6 weeks pregnant, fighting Dakota. That was a big shock to me as a human being."
You bounced back from the adversity, got the submission win, showed a different side to your game that we haven't seen. Like in terms of checking a lot of boxes, I'm sure that was a very satisfying win for you.
Yeah, 100%. Like we didn't plan on getting dropped. But I think it made the fight a little bit more exciting for the fans. So, do you know what I mean? I planned on taking her down and maybe submitting her, but look, it is what it is. And I think coming back from that adversity is something that kind of, I suppose every fight you learn so much. And like when you're in there under the bright lights and you get dropped like that, and then you can come back and get a finish a couple of seconds later, I think that gives you a lot of confidence going in, then going forward. And I feel like it's my 4th fight in the UFC now, be my 9th professional fight. So it's just, I just feel like I'm starting to really feel at home there, and it's like I know what to expect.
Let that sink in for a moment. While Dakota Ditcheva was unleashing her devastating striking arsenal, Bannon was unknowingly carrying her son Jace in her womb. She didn't discover the truth until 10 days after the fight ended. The Irish warrior described the moment she found out. "I only discovered it 10 days after the fight. Then I rang the hospital because you have to register to say you're pregnant. I was like, I just have one little thing that might be important. I actually just fought. They were like, okay, come in and we'll give you a scan."
The biggest names in MMA right now in Dakota Ditcheva and Chanel Dyer, who I think has the potential to join her in that category. What was it like to come up against those two women, both incredible strikers like yourself? Is there something that sticks out from those memories? Because it's quite rare to have. I know that, the European women's MMA scene is not that large. You're quite likely to either run into someone along the way or train alongside them if you haven't fought them already or are going to fight them. So it's not uncommon, but it is quite unique, I think, that you have faced both of them. And I think that, you're now all making a big impact on the global stage.
Yeah, so I think with the Dakota fight, I was obviously pregnant on Jace and I didn't know. So my wake up for that was crazy. Like, I just wasn't sweating. Obviously, Jace was like, give me the liquid. So that weight cut was a bit of a disaster, which then I felt like my refuel was a bit of a disaster, because I remember when I weighed in, I was like 0.3 over, and like I was like, right, I'll get back in the sauna, because it was for the belt. So if I didn't make the weight, it wasn't for the belt. So I was like, I'll get back in the sauna, and that 0.3 took so long to come off. It was crazy.
Can you imagine the doctor's reaction? This wasn't just any sparring session. This was a 5-round amateur title fight against one of the most dangerous strikers in women's MMA. But the pregnancy wasn't the only challenge Bannon faced that night. The weight cut itself was an absolute disaster, and now we know why. Bannon recalled the horrific experience. With the Dakota fight, I was obviously pregnant with Jace, and I didn't know. So my weight cut for that was crazy. I just wasn't sweating. Obviously, Jace was like, give me the liquid.
With the Dakota fight, I was obviously pregnant on Jace, and I didn't know. So my weight cut for that was crazy. Like, I just wasn't sweating. Obviously, Jace was like, give me the liquid. So that weight cut was a bit of a disaster, which then I felt like my refuel was a bit of a disaster, because I remember when I weighed in, I was like 0.3 over, and like I was like, right, I'll get back in the sauna, because it was for the belt. So if I didn't make the weight, it wasn't for the belt. So I was like, I'll get back in the sauna, and that 0.3 took so long to come off. It was crazy.
She continued, I was like 0.3 pounds over, and I was like, right, I'll get back in the sauna. It was for the belt, so if I didn't make the weight, it wasn't for the belt. That 0.3 took so long to come off, it was crazy. Think about what was happening here. Bannon's body was fighting to protect her unborn child while she was desperately trying to shed those final ounces. After finally making weight, she crashed hard. When I weighed in, I just had no energy, and I slept for like hours, but I didn't refuel properly, she admitted. Adding insult to injury, Bannon discovered on fight day that the bout was scheduled for 5 rounds, not the typical 3 rounds she was used to in Irish title fights. She went into battle depleted, pregnant, and unprepared for the extended duration. The fight took place on February 29, 2020, at UK Fighting Championships 13 in Preston, England. This was an amateur women's flyweight title fight, and both fighters came in hungry for victory. Bannon remembered, I feel like I didn't give it my all in that fight. It went to a decision, and she won the majority decision, but I just felt so flat. I definitely remember her leg kicks were sore. My leg was huge after the fight.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, in that fight, I feel like I didn't give it my all. It went to the decision, and she won majority decision, but I just felt so flat in that fight. And I definitely remember her leg kicks were sore. My leg was huge after the fight. And then with the Chanel fight, like, I just remember her being like a Duracell bunny and like really good strike. And I remember I dropped her with the head kick, and then I went like on top for a ground and pound, and I think that brought her back to life again, and she just rose from the dead. And I was like, what do I have to do to put this girl away? And then I think it was the last round I took her down, and I ended up finishing her with the ground and pound. But like, she's so tough, and like, she's young as well, you know, like she has a really bright future ahead.
To her credit, Bannon showed incredible toughness, continuing to press forward despite the circumstances. She attempted to close the distance and turn the fight into a close-quarters brawl where she might have had an advantage. But Ditcheva's defensive head movement and footwork allowed her to slip most of Bannon's heavy shots. The fight went the distance, with Dakota Ditcheva earning a unanimous decision victory. But now we know the full story of what Bannon was battling through.
Take it on, take it on. I think you forget mum's a jiu-jitsu, you know. Oi, oi, okay. It's getting interesting now. Go on, black belt jiu-jitsu.
Go on, Lee, show it.
Beautiful from Dakota, beautiful from. It's going to be unbelievable.
Vicious knees and elbows, resounding kicks, and a pile of lifeless bodies behind her. Dakota Ditcheva is by far the most promising prospect in women's MMA today. Don't let her gentle, feminine look fool you.
Come on in.
On the fence.
We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
With 13 finishes out of 14 wins, no defeats, and a jaw-dropping 93% finishing rate, this 26-year-old British Bulgarian is the kind of fighter who does not like taking prisoners. But every legend has a beginning. Today, we're taking you back to where it all started. April 10th, 2021, Cage Steel 25 in Sheffield, England. Two fighters, both with 0-0 records. Both were hungry for their first victory, but only one would leave the cage that night as a winner. This is the story of Dakota Ditcheva versus Jenny Line.
They both look excited to fight.
They do.
They've got to.
Dakota's got a cheeky little smile on her face there.
Look impressed now after that.
Before we dive into the carnage, let's talk about who these fighters were on that fateful night. Dakota Ditcheva stepped into the cage with 0 professional MMA fights, but she was far from inexperienced. The Manchester native had been forged for combat in the Muay Thai ring, her striking already razor-sharp and her killer instinct fully developed. She wasn't just another prospect. She was a weapon waiting to be unleashed.
Picking their moment. Little leg kick there from Dakota.
From a Thai background, so I expect some quite
nice
a few
little jab, nice head kick. She's wobbled her.
She did.
And again.
Across from her stood Jenny Line, also making her professional MMA debut. With a 0-0 record just like Dakota, she was stepping into the unknown, ready to test herself against the best. Cage Steel 25 was sponsored by Everlast, and as both fighters entered the cage, you could see it in their eyes. Excitement, nervousness, determination. Dakota had a cheeky little smile on her face. The press was buzzing after the earlier ladies' fights, bigging them up. This was their moment, but only one of them would seize it. Ding ding, let's go!
Coach is just looking for those shots.
Jenny looks like she's blinking quite a fair bit. I'm not sure if she got clipped in the eye.
Just stuck with, switched again, just as I was going to say, she looks like she's sticking with the stance now, but
very
she just
comfortable.
switches back.
Jab.
From the opening bell, Dakota was switching stances like a veteran, bouncing around, feeling out her opponent. Jenny Line looked cautious, and rightfully so. Dakota threw a leg kick. You could hear it echo through the arena. The Thai background was evident, and the commentators knew what was coming. Then it happened. Dakota landed a clean shot and Jenny wobbled. Her legs buckled for a moment, but to her credit, she didn't go down. She went straight back at Dakota, refusing to give up. But Dakota was just picking her shots, patient, calculated, like a surgeon with a scalpel.
That sounded sweet from here.
Oh, what an elbow.
The
And
Thai
again.
background now,
And
the
again.
elbow's going in here.
Oh.
I think Jenny's about.
Wow. She's in
I
a bit
thought
of bother.
she was done, but she did great to
fighting.
get back there.
I can see a knee. Oh, you heard that.
Jenny trying to cut,
And again.
cut off.
She's gone down.
Dakota drags her to the floor.
Jenny started blinking quite a bit. Maybe she got clipped in the eye. Dakota kept switching stances, keeping her guessing. Then another leg kick landed. Oh, you heard that one. It sounded sweet, vicious, the kind of kick that makes you wince from the couch. The gap in skills was becoming evident. Dakota peppered her with kicks and punches, probing her defenses, breaking her down piece by piece. Then came the assault.
Jenny's managed to grab half guard. You can see with technical ability here on the floor.
I think she's cut her nose, look, Jenny.
Yeah. And she's trapped in Dakota's corner.
Oh, it's not where you want to be.
Dakota dragged Jenny to the floor after a scramble. Jenny managed to grab half guard, showing some technical ability, but she was trapped in Dakota's corner. And that's not where you want to be, not against someone with Dakota's ground game and killer instinct. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to ride this out. But Jenny wouldn't make it that long. Dakota started throwing elbows, nasty, cutting elbows from the top. The Thai background was showing again. She was winding up, and you could feel the end was near.
She loves them elbows, Dakota.
Yeah, like I say, the Thai background, she'll be used to throwing elbows. She wound up with that. I thought she was going to throw an elbow.
I did.
Oh,
spinning
back.
elbow.
Oh, wow. Oh, knee. She's dropped.
It's a masterclass. An
that's a
absolute.
great-
Then, a spinning elbow. The crowd gasped, but Dakota wasn't done. A knee. Dakota was putting on an absolute masterclass. The referee had seen enough. After 2 minutes and 4 seconds of round number 1, he brought a halt to the contest.
Your referee has brought a halt to the contest with your winner. In the red corner, Dakota Ditcheva!
Winner by TKO, Dakota Ditcheva. The commentator said it best. She just dropped an absolute masterclass. An absolute masterclass. On April 10th, 2021, 2 fighters walked into Cage Steel 25 with identical 0-0 records. Dakota Ditcheva walked out 1-0, having scored a devastating first-round finish in just 124 seconds. She had announced her arrival to the MMA world in the most violent way possible.
Oh, big body shots, and that's her, Jenny Line. He tries to get on the leg. These are big shots coming in from Darcy, and it's over. Right? And it's not.
Jenny Line walked out 0-1, having been completely dominated and finished. And here's the heartbreaking part. That would be her first and last MMA fight. Jenny Line never returned to the cage. After facing the Dakota Ditcheva buzzsaw, she disappeared from the sport entirely. It's a sobering reminder of how brutal this sport can be. Some fighters are meant to be stars. Others discover that the cage isn't for them. There's no shame in that. It takes incredible courage just to step in there once. But for Dakota, this was just the beginning of something special. That debut performance wasn't a fluke. Dakota Ditcheva went on to become one of the most feared fighters in women's MMA. She racked up finish after finish, maintaining her perfect record and that terrifying 93% finishing rate. In 2023, she earned $100,000 for becoming PFL's European flyweight champion. In 2024, she pocketed $1 million after establishing herself as arguably the best 125-pound fighter in the sport. When asked what she'd do with her first million, Dakota didn't hesitate. "My family can have whatever they want. That money is theirs." She talked about her little brother Cody, who always believed in her, even joking with their mom. "It's fine. Dakota will be rich." Dakota promised to buy him a car since his is about to break down. She remembered when times were tough, and Cody sent her new wrestling shoes when she couldn't afford them. Now, she could finally pay him back tenfold. But it all started here, at Cage Steel 25, against Jenny Line. With a spinning elbow and a knee that announced to the world, Dakota Ditcheva has arrived. 2 fighters, both 0-0. Both are chasing their dreams. One became a champion, a millionaire, and one of the most dominant forces in women's MMA history. The other fought once and walked away forever. That's the reality of this sport. Not everyone can be Dakota Ditcheva. But on April 10th, 2021, Jenny Line played her part in launching a star. She stepped into the cage with no fear, and even though she fell short, she gave Dakota the platform to show the world what she was capable of. Dakota Ditcheva is now 14-0 with 13 finishes. A perfect record built on that foundation, that first fight, that first finish, that first victim who never returned. This is the story of where legends begin. This is Dakota Ditcheva versus Jenny Line. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.
Your nickname is the squeeze. Can Danielle Kelly get the squeeze?
She's got it. It's sunk in. It looks like something.
Chin, Rich. This is a face crack. This is just a face crack.
About 12, 13 years ago, I was getting bullied a lot. So my dad at the time, we were searching for schools. Like at first it was like karate, like we went to Tiger Showman's, didn't really like it. And then a few years later, I ended up going to like a jiu-jitsu school. So I wanted to learn how to strike. And my coach at the time just kind of put me in a jiu-jitsu class.
Danielle Kelly, nicknamed the Beauty Beast, and why she could be the biggest threat to the undefeated Dakota Ditcheva.
Right in the back. She's got locked in on Marcinova to the canvas they go. Danielle Kelly in the white trunks.
Marcinova's tough. She's trying to get out.
Marcinova taps.
With her world-class grappling skills and an incredible professional record, could this cute-faced killer be the one to challenge the PFL champion? Stay tuned because this is going to be insane. Let's start with who Danielle Kelly really is. Born December 4th, 1995 in Philadelphia, this Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt has been making waves in the grappling world since she was just 11 years old. Standing at 5 feet 4 inches and competing at 114 pounds, Kelly might look like she stepped off a magazine cover, but don't let that fool you. She's an absolute beast on the mats.
Fine nuke, right? As Kelly tries to step in there and attack a leg, she goes in for a heel hook. Heel hook, the 10 for Danielle Kelly.
Catch.
A catch has been called by Herb Dean.
Oh, that's points on the board for Bastos.
Kelly made history in 2023 when she became the inaugural one women's atomweight submission grappling world champion, defeating her rival Jessica Khan in an epic battle. This wasn't just any win, it was a statement to the entire combat sports world that women's grappling had arrived at the highest level. Training under coach Carol Pravec at Silver Fox BJJ, Kelly has faced and defeated some of the biggest names in combat sports. We're talking about UFC veterans like Roxanne Modafferi, Cynthia Calvillo, and former UFC strawweight champion Carla Esparza. That's not a typo. She submitted these MMA fighters using pure grappling technique. Now let's talk numbers, because they're absolutely insane. Kelly's professional grappling record shows approximately 20 wins, 11 losses, and 1 draw in her major championship bouts. But here's where it gets wild. When you factor in her complete competitive history, including smaller tournaments and exhibition matches, she's racked up an estimated 120 wins throughout her career.
High level work from both women.
Almost
nearly
here,
get
almost
past the leg.
by. Let's see. She's going to stack. Oh, she's going to look for. She's looking for entries everywhere. Let's see if she goes to the back here. Amarante is hooked on the leg as well. But Daniel's leg is on an angle. Oh, there we go. Well, she's just focusing on body control. She could sprawl her leg back and split that grip. She's going to be on the back or on a head and arm triangle of Amarante.
She's trying to come in there.
Out of her 20 major wins, 14 came by submission. That's a 70% finish rate. She's secured victories through rear naked chokes, knee bars, toe holds, and heel hooks. Her submission game is so diverse that opponents literally don't know where the attack is coming from. Kelly has competed at the highest levels, including one championship where she became world champion, Who's Number 1, WNO, Championships, Fury Pro Grappling, ADCC Trials Rise Invitational, 2018 125 pounds champion, Submission, Hunter Pro, 130 pounds, no-gi champion.
Fine nuke, right? As Kelly tries to step in there and attack a leg, she goes in for a heel hook. Heel hook, the 10 for Danielle Kelly.
Catch.
A catch has been called by Herb Dean.
Oh, that's points on the board for Bastos.
She's earned performance of the night bonuses twice in one championship, proving she doesn't just win, she puts on a show. So why do they call her the Beauty Beast? Simple. She's got the face of a model and the fighting instincts of a predator. This contrast is what makes her so dangerous and so fascinating to watch.
And fell in love with it.
Born and raised in Philadelphia, now based in New Jersey, one of the most popular young American grapplers.
Deep, that's a face crank.
Riding the pack. She's got locked in on Molchanova.
Molchanova's tough. She's trying to get out.
Molchanova taps. And the American Danielle Kelly with an impressive,
Kelly's fighting style is built on 3 pillars. First, positional dominance. She doesn't rush. Kelly methodically breaks down her opponents through superior positional control. She transitions seamlessly between guards, always staying one step ahead, setting up her attacks like a chess master. Second, leg lock mastery. This is where Kelly truly shines. Her leg lock game is ELITE level. She's equally dangerous with knee bars, toe holds, and heel hooks. When Kelly attacks your legs, you're in serious trouble. Just ask Jessica Khan, who she caught with a combination of knee bar and toe hold techniques in their championship bout.
Let's go! Danielle said that May should worry about everything. Danielle Kelly chooses to pull guard. She's looking for a possible armbar here. Oh, nice little twist. Look how fast Kelly is.
Here comes Kelly. Can she get it?
He's got to be careful here. This is a danger zone right here.
Can find the submission. Here goes Kelly again.
Oh, dropping down, going after the toe hold again.
Here she goes again.
Yamaguchi's scrambling.
Both women hunting for a finish. An amazing contest.
The chairman and CEO.
Third, relentless pressure. Kelly never stops working. She chains submissions together, so even if you escape one attack, there are 2 more coming right behind it.